What's up, guys? Caution here, aka Meatball of Atlantis here, doing the Fallen Darkness guide, one of the larger XP events that you can do daily, and probably that you are going to be doing daily for the rest of your time on BOI. Now, if you want to complete FD, I do suggest you have a 60+ party, along with everyone in your party having XP at least level 5. Party makeup is most likely going to be 1 tank, 1 healer, and 4 DPS. But in this guide we're going to be doing it with 3 people, as we all have AoE pets and all are kind of high level. FD also gives more XP if you do it with only 3 people, so that's another bonus there. Once you do get up to the point where you have a good AoE pet and good enough gear to go in here with only 3 people and get through it, I do suggest you do that. Alright, so we're going to start off here. The first thing you want to do is pull this mob towards the south pillar cave. And on this first wave, really your main priority is building XP if you don't already have it, or saving it if you already do have it, as the main point of FD is grouping up next to the crystal and using your XP together as a group while under the buff, as the crystal does give you a buff for more crit, which is extremely helpful in getting through the timer on FD. So I'll show you that once we get there. So this first wave is just easy. You group the mobs up, or let your tank group the mobs up. Right here I'm doing it, as once again we are kind of geared at level 90 and we do have our AoE pets going nuts and whatnot. So once again, the main point of this wave is to just build your XP and the rest of your group's XP. And you're going to want to save it. You're going to see I blow mine here. That's mainly because I am a mage though, so I can rebuild it quite quickly. And I probably will get it by the time we get to the next crystal. Keep in mind that once you do use a crystal, it takes approximately 2 minutes for the next one to spawn. So you're going to want to time your XP and AoEs according to that. Alrighty, now that the first room is cleared, we're going to go head back to the first pillar room. As you enter the room, you see 2 things, a pillar and a crystal. You're going to want to open the pillar and form up all the mobs in front of the crystals, and make sure your party members are close, as the crystal does have a range on how far it can give the buff. So you're going to want to make sure everyone's close and has their XP ready. Most likely the party leader will ask in chat if you have it ready, and they want to see how close you are. So you're going to just type that in chat. And once everyone is ready or close enough to have their XP within the 30 seconds of the buff lasting, you're going to want to pop the crystal as soon as possible, because you do get more. Depending on how slow you kill it, you might get 2 to 3. You get 3 total crystals on the first 3 waves, or 2 waves actually. And then on the last one where the boss is at, you don't get 3, you only get 2. So depending on how fast your group can kill it, you want to get that first crystal off as soon as possible. Now on the first wave, you're most likely going to have enough XP between everyone in your group so that everyone can use it, as you shouldn't have used it during the first wave. And from here on out, it's just AoEing and killing them as fast as you can. Now, by the time the second crystal spawns, you might be pretty close to finishing off the whole mob. So you probably want to save that final crystal for when the boss spawns, so you can have a quick boss kill and move on to the next wave of mobs. But if you are behind on the mobs, DPS is lacking, you might want to use the crystal a little bit early and not save it for the boss. If you're going slow enough, you'll get another one on the boss. So it just depends really on the pace of your party here. You'll see ours spawns and we only have a few mobs left, so we don't use it. Alright, boss spawning in 10 seconds. Okay, here's the boss. You'll notice that the Berserk is kind of far out there, so I kind of wait until he gets a little bit closer so that he gets the buff. You really want to make sure that everyone in your party gets the buff, and here you see my stats right there moving up by 50% crit. A huge difference in buff. Especially once you play BOI for a while, you realize that 2% crit actually means like 25%, so 50% crit is massive in Battle of Immortals. So I'm just showing you, while we run to the next room, that our pets, I do have Scorpio along with my girlfriend, and the Confessor, the Berserk DPS that we have with us, has a pretty good Illusion Dragon. There it is there. So we have some pretty good pets there helping us out so that we can 3-man if you are looking for, to see if you are good enough for 3-manning. I know I started at around level 80. I found out about it at level 80, and when I tried it, it just worked. So maybe I could have started earlier. I don't know. I did have my pet for a while, so that would have been a huge help. But you're gonna want to try and do 3-man as soon as possible because the difference in XP is huge in comparison to a full party. But if not, just go with the full party. Get that event done, as it is your main source of XP, FD and DI, and more so on the FD side. Alright, here, so I just fast forwarded to the final cave. We're fighting the first boss. Now, the boss that spawns after all the mobs do in Cave 3, you're not going to want to use the orb on because the final boss will spawn after. And depending on how good you are on time, you might not make it through if you don't save the crystal for the final boss. Keep in mind you only get 2 crystals for the final wave, so you're going to want to use one when everyone in your group has XP. And you're going to want to use the second one when this big boss over here with multiple arms runs at you. So right here I'm going to use it. We're going to down him. Going to fast forward the video a bit because he does take a while. Alright, there you go. He's about to go down finally. Now he drops 2 Dark Bibles, I think they're called, and they either give you a level 3 gem chest, some XP, or some coins. I'm not sure if you can get anything else. I usually get that. I've only gotten level 3 gem chest once. There might be a chance for level 4 gem chest. I'm not too sure because I'm not a lucky guy, so I couldn't tell you on that one. But good luck in FD, and make sure you get through it. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching, and keep in mind, if you are a more experienced player than myself, having not played in closed beta, feel free to add any extra info that I might have missed in my guide in the comments below for any of the newer players looking out for guides as to how to better themselves in Battle of the Immortals. And that's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching.